Welcome back, folks, to a brand new How to Build. Today I'll be showing you how to build your own replica of Berserk 2 from Robot Wars Series 3. So as you can see, this is the replica. And I'm going to show you how to build this thing. So let's get started and get into what you're going to need to actually build the robots. To build Berserk 2, you're going to need the following. You're going to need a ruler, a pair of scissors, a pencil, a black marker or pen, the instructions, which are linked in the description below, a pencil sharpener, some tape, a compass, cardboard, and that's about it. So let's get, so basically, once you've gathered your materials, you're then going to take your materials, you're then going to take your instructions, and you're going to copy it onto cardboard, or whatever material you're using. I use cardboard, but, then you're going to color it in, and then you're going to use a tape of, you're going to use some clear tape, and you're going to cover the top of the cardboard, and then you're going to cut it all out. And now we're going to get on to making the main body of the robot. Okay, so let's get started with the main chassis of the robot. As you can see, I've already built it, but let's get into how you're going to actually create it. So, you're going to want to start with taking your base and just kind of cutting out the side holes, of course, for the wheels, which we're going to get into a bit later. And then you have your back. So your back is it's a pretty easy to identify panel. You have this like kind of part which you have to cut out, which is kind of like basically a hole. And leave this little part over the top, which I have kept. It's actually going to get pushed in a bit, so I'm going to show you how to fix that in the next part of the video. But it's a pretty identifiable piece. You're just going to attach it onto the back. And then you have these two pieces which have like the curve on them. Those two are pretty identifiable as well. Attach those onto this. Don't attach those onto the sides actually yet. What you're going to do is you're going to attach them onto this piece, which is also pretty identifiable. You attach them by their sides, and you're just going to have this one, and then you attach this piece on, so you're going to have this one piece attached, and then these two flopping around like wings. And then you're just going to kind of bend it around the main structure of the robot, and then you're just going to kind of attach it from there. Then you're going to take, so these pieces are also pretty identifiable. You have some inside pieces. I'm not sure how easily, you can't really see those, but they're basically just the really tall pieces that aren't the base. You're going to attach to you're going to kind of start by attaching them to the back part, right? And just kind of bending the back around them. Do that, and then take your take your triangular piece and just attach them, and just attach it across and just attach it onto the robot. It's going to be the only two triangles. Attach them on, well, kind of triangles. They also have, they're, I forget what they are, but, kind of like a triangle, but they have the kind of top part, which is flat. As you can see, you're just going to attach it onto the side. Mine's a bit off. This was a mistake over here. But, and then you have this kind of like side piece, which just goes over the top. It's got a very identifiable curve. It's about 7 centimeters, in length, and then it's kind of got like this angle down, and then a curve, so pretty identifiable. And that's, you're going to attach that onto the top to create the kind of top of the skull. And that'll basically just and then you attach this to, of course, the side pieces, and that should basically just keep that all together, like so. And kind of have this design. And that's basically how you make the main body. Technically this is also part of the main body, but this is going to go with the next part of the video, which is the weapon. So let's get into that. Okay, so to make the weapon of, Berserk 2, you are going to start by, let's go into how you're going to make it so that this whole entire thing works. So, behind there, you have like a 1.5 centimeter by, I believe like something like, well, I don't actually know the exact, because I just added it because I didn't realize I needed that. But like by 3 centimeters, I'd say, rectangle. Let's say that, and you're just going to kind of insert in the middle, tape it there, so that kind of spreads around the whole entire robot, so that it doesn't like completely get like bent inwards. Sorry about some background noise, but yeah. But yeah, you're just gonna do that. Okay, and then you have this kind of like back piece. So it starts out, it's like, mine's a bit of an angled one. It should just be a regular rectangle. It's basically like, it's 1 centimeter by, forget the height, but it basically just fits inside the actual thing. I think it's like 6 centimeters. But yeah, and then you have this very identifiable piece which you're just gonna attach to the bottom, and that's gonna be like the back flipper sort of thing. Alright, and then kind of the main weapon, you have this thing. So you can create the axe using, so this is a very identifiable piece, right? So you have this double-sided, right? And then you're going to have this panel. So it's the smaller one of the two. Very identifiable piece. There's not as tall one you're going to use, and you attach the double-sided thing onto it at the tippy top. And then the longer one you're going to attach to the front, and then you're just going to kind of put it in. I forgot to explain this. Okay, so don't attach them on yet. You're gonna have this very it's like 7.5 or 7.25. Basically just fits across here, right? And it's very identifiable piece. Has this kind of, it has like like 3, it's like 0.3 over here, and then no 0.25 over here, 0.3 over here in the back. Sorry, my hand's getting in the way. And just kind of like a longer angle here, shorter angle here, and then kind of like a flat plane 0.5 centimeters in the top. And you're just gonna attach those onto the sides of the main face. And then you're just gonna kind of attach this panel, so it attaches onto the front, and then you attach this panel, which you're then gonna put all the way up through the thing, and attach them together to create your lifter, and then you attach this little axe on top of it. So hopefully that made some sense. So you should get something like this. So main problem with it is that it's gonna be a bit bendy, which isn't too big of a problem. As you can see, it looks pretty good as well. It lifts very nicely. And then you can just put it all the way down, and then you can use your axe, which is pretty cool. The axe obviously isn't going to do a ton, but, yeah. That's basically the whole replica. We're just going to do the wheels, so let's go on to those. So I have now made the wheels, so basically, the diameter of the circles, which are used for the wheels, since you have 4 of them, 2.25. The strip, is going to be, the strip that surrounds the wheel that you put around the wheel is going to be 1 by, 7.75 or something like that, 7.6 or 7.7. And you're going to want to attach them, you're just going to kind of force push them in, but you're going to want to attach them so that they're peeking out a bit out of the bottom, like so. So I'm going to attach on the other wheel. Okay, so I was having some problems recording this little part. I'm not sure what's going on with my recorder thing. But yeah, as you can see, I've attached on the other wheel, and it looks pretty good. So I'm just going to say that my replica is a bit different from what you should be making. This is just going to be a bit, it's more triangular, just to be more accurate on the instructions, and this is actually a bit longer, so it reaches the ground. But, yeah, so overall I'm very happy with this replica of Berserk 2. So thank you for watching, and have a great day.